She also talked about something of a fifth generation, which I don't really know. I don't really know what that is. I hope to get my answers also.
K-pop, it was not only a crucial stepping stone in the development of...
Welcome back to the video. It's your boy, Nate. And today we are back on K-pop education. You guys seem to love when I react to K-pop, when I watch the guide, when I discover a new group. So today I told myself, let's go back to the basics. I know all the big groups, BTS, Blackpink, Stray Kids, Baby Monster. I've reacted to them. I've made countless videos about them, but I still don't know what K-pop is, where it came from, what is the history of it. So I started looking for it. The more I looked online, the more I looked on YouTube videos or Wikipedia or anything, all led me to one conclusion. I have to watch a documentary about the creation of K-pop. I wanted to watch it with you guys because you guys love watching me react to stuff. So I was like, hey, 2 for 1. I get the knowledge I'm looking for and you guys get the entertainment you're looking for. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna be reacting to a little YouTube documentary called The History of K-pop's Creation. And I hope you guys like it. I'm very happy to make this video. It is so bright outside in Bangkok. It is so hot. I gotta go train in a little bit, so let's get right to it. Always thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with me. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to support me. It helps a lot. Let's get into it. Alright, so we got the headphones on and I found a nice little documentary released a year ago, so I guess the information will still be updated. And as you guys know, I like to react to some of the smaller creators. As a small creator myself, I know what the struggle is, especially when you take time to make a video like this. The video seemed pretty well put together, so I told myself might as well react to it. I heard you guys telling me to react about Chandora's Stray Kid guide, and I will do. It will be the next video. So yeah, we're gonna be reacting to the incredible history of K-pop by Soul Sing, and I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did, as much as I do. I've only watched the first minute or so just to see if the video was like good quality, so I cannot wait to react to all of it. Let's get into it.
Ever wondered where K-pop comes from? Well, K-pop, short for Korean popular music, has in the last few years become a worldwide cultural powerhouse, with idols sitting front row at the best fashion shows across Europe and the music being played everywhere from China to Saudi Arabia. But although K-pop's meteoric rise in recent decades has drawn a lot of...
Oh, forgot to put the subtitles. Some subtitles are very important. Let's do this.
Arabia. But although K-pop's meteoric rise in recent decades has drawn a lot of attention, many don't know that the genre's roots actually extend back over a century. In today's video, we'll be delving into the history of K-pop, tracing its journey from the early influences all the way to the current 5th generation. Ready to dive in? 5th generation, huh? Let's go. While many think of the 90s as the start of K-pop, Korean pop music actually goes all the way back to the late 19th century. In 1885, American missionary Henry Appenzeller introduced Western folk songs to Korean students, adding Korean lyrics to the melodies and creating what would be known as Chunga songs.
Chunga songs,
The
huh?
Western song Oh My Darling Clementine became known in Korea by the name Chunga. Although it is impossible to know what the very first original Korean pop song was exactly, many believe it to be the 1929 song Nukwayusu, or
Let me hear it.
by Lee Jeong-suk. Around the same time, Japanese composer Masao Koga also helped to blend the traditional Korean music with gospel music, which had been on the peninsula since the American evangelists brought gospel music over in the 1870s, setting the stage for the start of modern Korean pop music. During the Japanese colonial period, which lasted from 1910 to 1945, music was
terrible period, by the way.
Life, as Chunga became a part of subtle resistance against the brutal Japanese oppression.
So Chunga was the name of K-pop first.
Their national identity and resilience. At the same time, the genre of trot sprung up. A mixture of Western musical influences, the name trot coming from the word foxtrot, with traditional Korean sounds. Trot was the creation of a hybrid genre. In the 1930s, trot really started to pick up steam and became a big part of Korea's popular music scene. Artists like Lee Nan-young shaped the early sound of the genre, with her song Tears of Mokpo becoming an iconic example of what trot was all about. Although trot might seem pretty different from the fast-paced genre-blending sound of modern K-pop.
Wait a second. Right, sorry for that. Let's get right back to it. So what I basically understood is that the first appearance of pop in Korean culture was from the Western ambassadors and Western merchants and basically missionaries or whatnot. And then under Japanese colonial rule, it became sort of a movement of resistance, a movement to express their own national identity and to differentiate them from the rulers, basically the Japanese. So at that time, it became really like a source of national identity for them, their own music, their own sound, let's say. So that's what I feel like I understood from for now. I'm really waiting to see at what point did it really take that big boom that turned it into a show. Like, I guess the 80s, it has to be, everything was going crazy in the 80s, right? But I'm waiting to see how did it become such a extravagant movement, K-pop. That's what I'm looking to learn. She also talked about something of a fifth generation, which I don't really know. I don't really know what that is. I hope to get my answers also.
K-pop, it was not only a crucial stepping stone in the development of Korea's music scene, but is still widely popular today, and is even having a resurgence among young people, with the chart-breaking popularity of modern trot singers like Lim Young-woo, famously the only artist that K-pop fandoms are scared of when it comes to chart domination. Between the rise of trot music in the 1930s and the birth of K-pop in the 1990s, Korea's music scene started changing a lot, and fast. After the Korean War, US troops still stationed in Korea brought jazz, blues and rock and roll to the Korean peninsula, as more and more Western culture began seeping into the country. As the 1960s rolled in, American and British influences like the Beatles inspired local rock bands to start paving the way for Korean rock.
They really impacted the whole world.
Which is still a huge genre in Korea today, with festivals like the Incheon Pentaport Rock Festival and the Busan Rock Festival, drawing huge crowds of rock fans every year. By the late 60s and 70s, folk music became a voice for the youth, despite the government trying to censor politics out of music. A decade later, in the 1980s, ballads took over, with artists like Cho Young-pil, who had originally found fame with trot, expanding his style.
Their style was crazy, like they were very hip-hop looking. I'm surprised that... Little pause. I'm surprised that a country as conservative as South Korea, and even if you look at the adults of today in South Korea, it's like those people in the video there must be like what, 60 today? And when I think of like the 60-year-old demographic in Korea, I really think of a very conservative, very traditional kind of demographic. So it's very surprising to me that even way back then they had all this streetwear, extravagant and then very like expressive, rebellious way of life. I don't want to say way of life, but I'm just surprised to see that it was like that for them too. You look at the clothes, it's very streetwear, it's very hip hop, but those are the grown adults of today. So I'm surprised that this was happening back then in Korea.
Did the Korean music industry go from rock and ballads to K-pop? Well, having already explored so many genres, by the 1990s the Korean music industry saw something unlike anything before. The groundbreaking debut of Seo Taiji and Boys. On April 11, 1992,
Korean Backstreet Boys,
Seo Taiji, Yang Hyun-suk and Lee Juno performed their song I Know on a South Korean talent show, and the performance instantly revolutionized Korean music forever, smoothly blending American hip-hop and rock with Korean lyrics.
So is it safe to say that they're the first K-pop band?
Of Korea's youth. Despite receiving low scores from the show's judges, I Know became a gigantic hit, selling over 1.5 million copies. The success of Seo Taiji and Boys not only popularized new musical genres, becoming the standard for both pop as well as hip-hop and rap, the group also challenged social norms.
Yeah, they really do look like the Korean Backstreet Boys are in sync.
Issues that the youth were talking about, often facing pushback and criticism from the industry and the older generation. The success of the early K-pop groups that followed Seo Taiji and Boys in the mid-1990s led to the founding
Is he a
of
Blasian?
entertainment companies that would go on to shape the K-pop industry. Lee Soo-man launched SM Entertainment in 1995.
SM Entertainment.
A former member of Seo Taiji and Boys, who founded YG Entertainment in 1996.
Oh, YG is the agency that made Blackpink. And it was founded by one of the first, like one of the founding members of Korean pop. Damn, it all came full circle. Damn, that's crazy. That's why I wanted to look at this type of video, because to know this, it puts me in context. Those are the type of information that I love to know about. Damn. So this guy that I was looking at since the beginning is actually the one who founded YG, who then produced Blackpink. Crazy.
And Park Jin-young, who started JYP Entertainment in
And JYP is
1997.
Stray Kid, no?
These companies quickly became household names and played a huge role in K-pop's worldwide success, largely thanks to their innovative ways of training and producing their artists, who began to be known as idols. Basically, in the 1990s,
Wow,
these big companies
now we're
developed
getting to
the
that
K-pop
point.
trainee system, where wannabe idols undergo rigorous training in singing, dancing, and stage presence, and even learn how to maintain their sparkling clean idol image. This process, which remains a cornerstone of K-pop today, guarantees the high level of performance and professionalism that K-pop is known for, and is a way for companies to create artists that are almost guaranteed to profit. The rise of these entertainment companies meant the start of modern K-pop. No longer small-scale individual productions, the Korean industry was laying the groundwork for a more organized and commercialized system that would mean an explosion in the coming years. While Seo Taiji and Boys had already made waves with their groundbreaking music, it was SM Entertainment, led by Lee Seung-man, that really got the K-pop craze going with the debut.
So now I'm just in this situation where like Seo Taiji and Boys were clearly the Backstreet Boys. I mean, even Seo Taiji and Boys, Backstreet Boys, or NSYNC of Korea. That was clearly the inspiration, unless I got my timeline all messed up. But I'm just wondering, like, is it safe to say that they are the first K-pop artists? Like, if I go on Google right now and I ask Google or ChatGPT who's the first K-pop artist or the first K-pop group, is it gonna say Seo Taiji and Boys, or is it gonna say somebody else? Because from what I'm looking at right now, I'm kind of thinking it's them, especially knowing that the members of this group went on to found the agency that would produce all the big artists of today. So I'm kind of leaning towards them being the founding fathers right now.
Of Hot in 1996. The start of the first generation, Hot is often seen or called as the first true K-pop idol group.
Bro, sometimes I need to shut up and just listen and just watch.
Hot is often seen or called as the first true K-pop idol group, setting the bar high.
My question got answered.
Trendy outfits, and music that really connected with
The
young
drip
people.
is
As their
amazing.
debut album, We Hate All Kinds of Violence, sold over 1.5 million copies.
Wow.
The success of Hot proved to all the suits in the industry that idol group, well, they made money, real money.
Hot.
In the middle of the Hot mania, the competition in the idol industry blew up.
So hot.
Especially when DSP Media introduced Sex Keys in 1997, declaring them to be the direct rivals to Hot. Not only did this rivalry put a lot of pressure on the idols, but the rivalry also fueled the growth of the idol culture, with fans feverishly supporting their favorite groups and harshly splitting away from the other fans who supported the other group.
I've been warned about that in my comments. They told me never to compare K-pop
SM
groups.
Entertainment introduced SAS, one of the first
SAS.
girl groups to achieve major success. SES quickly became known for their ethereal concepts and timeless hits. You might even recognize their song Dreams Come True, which was reimagined and re-released by SM's fourth gen girl group, aespa, a few years ago.
Wait, what is a SM 4th gen? I thought SM was... What is a 4th gen girl group? Wait. So SM is the agency, 4th gen. Like, how do we separate generations? Is it based on years? Is it like the decades? Or is it just once a group is done, another one comes over? Like, what is a generation?
These also saw the debut of FinKL in 1998, a group that quickly gained attention for not only their catchy music, but also setting fashion trends. Again, a rivalry formed between SES and FinKL, especially these last groups are more than just performers. They were cultural icons who influenced everything from hairstyles to how people dressed. As the first generation of K-pop idols laid the groundwork for the idol group system, entertainment companies began refining their strategies, holding auditions to scout young talent, and training them extensively. Recognizing the growing demand, companies focused on creating well-rounded idols, with each member taking on specific roles, like lead vocalist, rapper, or dancer,
Mm,
ensuring that every group was balanced and dynamic.
true.
While these first-generation groups were undeniably huge, the idols themselves also faced plenty of challenges, like fierce competition, non-stop schedules, and contract issues.
I've been
If
told
you think
that
K-pop contracts are
the
bad
being an
now,
idol
they
in
were
Korea is
much worse
insane.
back then. Many of the first-gen groups like Hot, which disbanded in 2001, and Sex Kids, which split in 2000, didn't last as long as fans might have hoped. But still, their impact was massive. Not only did first-gen groups prove that Korean artists had serious potential, but this era also saw the rise of the fan culture that K-pop is now known for. Fan clubs, which would become fandoms, quickly became a vital part of what made idol groups successful. Fueled by the competition in the industry, the catchy music, and the idols' polished personalities and looks, fans went all out, organizing events, buying tons of merch, and showing up at concerts to support their favorites, seeing the bond between idols and their fans as one of the key factors in K-pop's commercial success. Entertainment companies realized pretty early on that this kind of loyalty was a gold mine waiting to be tapped.
It
With
really
early
is.
investors now more aware than ever of the
It
money
really
that
is.
lies waiting in the entertainment industry, the early 2000s brought big changes for K-pop as the genre began making waves outside of South Korea, kicking off what would become the Korean Wave. Also known as Hallyu. What is the Korean Wave? Well, basically, it refers to the Korean music, TV shows, mostly TV dramas, movies, and other cultural
It's
exports
true,
that have
because
spread like
I did notice that K-drama, K-pop, like Korean skincare, Korean food, soju, kimchi, all of those, I don't really remember hearing about it when I was young. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. Of course, some of you guys probably heard about it when you guys were young. But me, it was mostly about like China and Japan, you know. I don't remember Korea having a huge influence on my life when I was young, but I have younger siblings. And the same way I was told about Japan, you know, sushi, anime, manga, samurai, all of that. Japan to me was like the image of Asia, let's say. The younger generation, like my younger siblings, have the same opinion about Korea. And I don't know at what moment did that happen because I really don't remember hearing about Korea that much when I was young. And out of nowhere, now it's Korean skincare, now it's Korean drama, now it's you open Netflix and it's only K-dramas, Korean shows, Korean shows. I'm from Canada, and when there's a Korean drama that filmed in Quebec City in Canada, I forgot the name. Is it Monster? The Monster or something like that? The Gremlin, the Goblin. And when that production came to Canada, it made so much noise, and I don't understand why or when that happened. But yeah, Korea definitely became the reference in term of yeah, in my opinion, Korea is the Asian Hollywood, and I just don't know when that happened. But I've been yapping too much.
wildfire across both Asia and the rest of the world, making South Korea billions of dollars. As for K-pop in the
Yep.
2000s, SM artists like BoA and TVXQ were instrumental in pushing K-pop into the international spotlight. BoA, having debuted at the young age of only 13 years,
Wow,
became the
13.
queen of K-pop, with early 2000 hits like Atlantis Princess and Number One. Despite performing all by herself without the help of a group, BoA's natural talent made her a big success in both Korea and Japan, even making history as the first Korean artist to have an album top the Oricon charts. SM boy group TVXQ also amassed a huge fan base, particularly in Asia, and helped cement K-pop's footholds in global markets. What's more, when TVXQ split after three members accused SM of trapping them in a slave contract, the resulting court case set the standard for the current 7-year standard K-pop contract we can see today.
So
In
7 years is
the
the standard, huh?
2000s, YouTube completely changed the game for K-pop, as groups like Girls' Generation, Big Bang, and Super Junior used the platform to release music
Some people
videos
told me to
that
react to
reached
Big Bang.
millions of fans worldwide. For example, while Girls' Generation's hit G became a viral sensation, Big Bang's creative mix of pop and hip-hop music, as well as their use of fashion, earned them a loyal and diverse following that stretched far beyond Asia. For the first time, K-pop was becoming a thing in America, referenced in Hollywood movies and played on old iPods. As we all entered the 2010s, K-pop didn't just maintain its popularity, it grew. In fact, the genre began embracing an even wider range of musical styles, appealing to more and more overseas listeners. I mean, we all remember when Psy's Gangnam Style in 2012 broke YouTube records and was everywhere.
That song
Well,
was...
thanks to the strategic moving of the companies and the insane hard work of the idols.
Yeah, what about Psy? Where's Psy today? I never heard about him again. I hope he's doing okay. Where is he? Right? Because why is nobody telling me to react to some Psy song knowing he's basically the godfather of this whole thing? Because damn, after Gangnam Style, I didn't even think about him. What has he been up to?
By the end of the 2000s, K-pop had gone from a niche genre to a significant cultural force around the world. When you think of 2010s K-pop, two names probably stand out: BTS and Blackpink. In an increasingly crowded industry,
GOATs.
These two groups soared to heights that no one could have predicted. BTS, originally formed by Big Hit Entertainment, now HYBE, made history as their chart-topping music, filled with deep and beautiful lyrics, and often self-written social commentary, hit home with fans all over the world, helping them break down language barriers and build a passionate global fan.
Yeah, I think BTS is when it really all came to...
Success with sold-out arena tours across the world, BTS is a K-pop group known in every corner of the world.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
I think
Blackpink
BTS
and
created
the
this.
Entertainment also made waves internationally.
Blackpink, Rosé, my girl.
And Kill This Love. In addition to their powerful girl crush performances,
I miss her. I need to react to some
all
Rosé.
charismatic members of Blackpink also worked with artists like Dua Lipa and Selena Gomez, which helped push K-pop into the mainstream in the West. Shattering records and racking up billions of views on YouTube, Blackpink even headlined America's most talked about music festival, Coachella, proving just how far K-pop had come on the international stage. Beyond BTS and Blackpink, groups like EXO helped connect Korean and Chinese fans with their bilingual albums and huge hit songs, while Twice won hearts worldwide with catchy chart toppers like Cheer Up and TT. Meanwhile, 17 stood out by taking control and writing or producing most of their own music, proving that idols could be creative leaders. While GOT7's mix
So,
of R&B
is that still the fourth generation?
the world. Mamamoo also set themselves apart with their powerhouse vocals and focus on individuality.
I expected her to talk about the generations.
After hit song, even performing on stage in North Korea. Then came the fourth generation.
In North Korea? Okay, so that was the third. Stray
Stray
Kids.
Atties amazed with their epic storytelling and dramatic performances. ITZY empowered everyone with anthems like
So Blackpink and BTS are third generation.
Into the future with their bold futuristic concepts and massive intricately produced tracks. In the last year or two, the newest fifth generation of K-pop started to form, bringing a wave of fresh groups and artists that are experimenting with genre blending. Fun fact, there's even been some debates about which group marks the start of this new era, as many point to New Jeans, whose unique
New Jeans, I've heard about them.
overnight icons.
I've heard about them.
Argue that Zero Base One, ZB1, who were promoted.
Oh my god. I don't know if I want to react to them, to be honest, because look at how many members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 members. It's hard enough to remember 4 or 5. Look at this. How can I ever manage this? But Zero Base One. Damn.
The first fifth-gen group deserved the title.
What about Baby Monster?
The fifth generation of K-pop officially begins. It's already leaving a strong impression on the industry. Groups like Plave are pushing boundaries with virtual reality, while the New Jeans girls are making waves not just with their new sound and aesthetics, but also by standing up for their creative freedom. Their ongoing legal battle with HYBE, a company that has transformed into a K-pop juggernaut on the back of BTS's enormous success, has highlighted deeper issues about artistic control and the often toxic power dynamics within the industry. As these new idols navigate new and uncharted territory, they're not just shaping the K-pop industry, but they're also defining and challenging what it means to be an artist in the age of TikTok, VR, and AI.
That must be so challenging.
Ever before. Taking a look at the history of K-pop really goes to show how much the genre has evolved and changed over time. starting with simple folk songs in the introduction of gospel
Crazy to look back at it.
and leading to the rise of idol groups in the late 20th century. The story of how K-pop has evolved is full of ups and downs and unexpected turns. The intense training and hard work of idols, the stunning visuals, and the smart use of social media have all helped K-pop do what others thought was impossible: cross cultural barriers and build a passionate global fan base of listeners who don't know a word of Korean. As the K-pop and Korean wave continues to grow and push creative limits, it will be interesting as fans to see where the industry is headed. What do you think is next for K-pop? Which artist do you think is just waiting to be the next big thing? Let me know in the comments.
Woo! So that was the reaction to the history of K-pop. Let's go and talk about it. I think the sun is rising, so we're gonna have to end this before the camera gets all blurred out. We just reacted to the history of K-pop. A lot of my questions were answered. Crazy to look back at it though, to think that something that began kind of as a movement of resistance even under colonialism and basically imperial rule, turned into something that would make their country known worldwide. You know, it's kind of poetic in a way when you think about it. It started to resist the Japanese occupation. It started as a way to remember their national identity. And it's also what made them reach out to the rest of the world. It's also what made them go worldwide. It's also very great to see how much K-pop evolved and how it's all interlinked. You know, the first artists became the managers who founded agencies, who started producing the next idols. And each generation tried to push things a little bit further than the previous one. I gotta say I'm quite a bit confused about the generation thing. I still don't know what is considered a generation. Is it just a group, or is it a set of years? Maybe every 5 years a new generation. To be honest, it's really inspiring, very poetic, because yeah, I'm a huge fan of history, and the Japanese occupation of Korea was one of the subjects that I studied a lot. So to think that K-pop, that without this K-pop would have probably never existed. This was all a way to resist the Japanese occupation, and that it became this huge global movement. It's inspiring. I actually like the video. I don't understand why this video only had 3,000 views. Very well produced, the clips used, the sources, everything. That's a very great video. So as always, if you guys want to watch the whole thing without me yapping over it, go to the channel of Soul Sync. Man, they mentioned a lot of group that I do not yet know. Just thinking about it, I'm getting tired, but we'll get it through for y'all. Videos coming soon. I'm trying to be more consistent, but I have a lot to do lately. And I see how much you guys are enthusiastic to watch me react to it. So it's very disrespectful for me not to take this seriously. I have to take it more seriously and produce content for y'all, because every time I do, you guys support me so much. So I have to do it. Anyways, I've been talking long enough. I'm already late. It's 2:49. I gotta go. Thank you for watching. This was your boy Nate. I'll see you for my next K-pop reaction, or else, who knows? Bye bye.